the agenda that's we've talked about today, the heat, climate change, and the air pollution, is not only the agenda of city of Kolkata, it is the agenda of India, it is the agenda of subcontinent. If we look at the subcontinent scenarios, you could look at Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, Karachi, Dhaka, Colombo, all the subcontinent cities are being impacted with the dual warming of both air pollution and climate change.
Like even when we are developing our climate action plans or climate action plans, the devil is in the detailing of the strategies needed for implementation. And in each city that we are going to understand what's going on, we find that even when plans have identified the key intervention areas, but in its after implementation, we find that there's very poor understanding in different sectors of how that needs to be addressed. And as a result, the investments have been suboptimal. We are not being able to get the big benefit. Or as I keep saying, that when we look at all this money spent on the National Kinder Program already, and if no, 64% of that has been spent only for dust mitigation.
So, by and large, the health effects of climate change are number one, severe weather events and heat waves, infectious diseases relating to changes in vector biology, water and food contamination, allergy symptoms related to increased allergic production, respiratory and cardiovascular diseases relating to worsening in air pollution.
So different kind of occupational exposure is going to working, and there are a lot of studies are there which is indicating that suppose the aircraft people, those who are the ground manager, right? They are experiencing at least 10 times higher the risk of PM 2.5 than the general workers. So you just think of the petroleum, when the petrol pump workers, those who are working in this refueling part. So they are much more exposed to this ICE exhaust, the fuel exhaust, to this kind of work they are doing. It has been shown that it's not only associated with a lot of pneumoniasis, the asthma-related diseases.
We choose Sundarban because we all know that Sundarban, if we lost Sundarban, then we cannot exist. Kolkata will not exist. And when we go past 2014, we found Sundarban actually have a more pollutant than the Kolkata. Then we started working on that. Why it is that? Because Sundarban, mostly we are working on the reserve forest where there is almost near to zero presence, no human being. Then we found whatever the pollution is in mainland or in the Atlantic basin, it is going to the Sundarban region. And it depends on not only the PM 2.5 concentration, the type of or chemical composition of PM 2.5.
We all know that LPG is better than charcoal, but LPG itself emits a lot of pollutants. Even LPG use, the person who is using it gets affected. Okay, and not only the kitchen of the house, it finally impacts the entire house. So moving to electrical cooking is something that we need to look at. And for moving, if we can combine electric cooking, say induction and other electric cooking measures.
When it comes to heat stress, it's more difficult to convey the message that heat is not only resulting in heat strokes. It has a diagnosis, but it's kind of easy to pinpoint. We can see in the statistics, okay, snippet fast food, we can see that there is increasing heat strokes during heat extremes. But what the finding in our projects and in very many other projects around the world is that it's actually that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's the large number of premature deaths comes from cardiovascular diseases, respiratory diseases. We have the kidney diseases. Dehydration is a big problem.
Coming to India, coming to politicians, coming to Europe, of course we have an export from Europe, but my understanding says everywhere. I'm going to Netherlands very soon, next month. I've been there also. They have a Green Party. In France, they have a Green Party. Political party, not a loose combination. They contest elections. However, it is also seen that not much majority votes are coming there.
So I think we have to have political agenda.
5 years back, a global polluted list has Beijing at the top. You have so many cities from China in that list. And the last list, out of the 50 cities, Honan in China is the only one from China. And India has 35. Pakistan has 9. Bangladesh has few. So we need to learn. And how we need to learn, how we translate that learning into actions, that's a challenge that you just said. Action and awareness is very important, but unless awareness is translated to action, an alternative is sought,